Hey guys, it's Hey Dude. I guess I wanted to do another video talking more about Good Luck Charlie, one of my favorite shows on Disney Channel. And I know I said this already, but I still watch this fucking show almost, I guess, every other now and then. I mean, I know, like, I don't know if you guys ever heard it. But I guess Eric Allen Kramer said one of his favorite episodes, where the guy who plays Bob on the show said one of his favorite episodes is the Treehouse episode. I think it was called Up a Tree. Or I mean, I think I remember they're literally defending the treehouse so it doesn't get torn down or something. And I do like the episode called Study Buddy, where I guess PJ gets addicted to one of the stories he's reading to Charlie. I think it was called The Littlest Unicorn. I guess he says Emily Pretty Blossom or something, which I'm like, that's the weirdest name I've ever heard. I also love how ecstatic PJ was when the sequel to The Littlest Unicorn came out, The Revenge of the Littlest Unicorn. And then fucking Teddy just lies to him and says Charlie's not there just basically to protect her and stuff. Which another thing I'd just say about PJ, it's like, how is he dumb, yet he's smart enough to literally put together a fucking scheme to literally, I don't know, basically scare Gabe on Halloween night, even after he said nothing really scares him anymore. But then he literally puts together a scheme with a woman to literally make him think that she cut off his fucking hand or something, and, and basically freak him out. And it's like, he's like, that's right, nothing, Mr. Nothing scares me anymore. And I'm like, huh, this dude's dumb, yet he's smart enough to do all this. It's like, I guess the show wasn't really trying to make him the dumbest person in the world, I guess, from what it seems like. I mean, hell, this is like the same dude who literally lost his little sister like two times, and I guess according to Amy, he raised her two times, and that was the thing, only the thing she knew about. I mean, and I gotta say, Amy Duncan, she was a funny ass character. Leanne Baker really played her, oh my god, in a fucking hilarious, phenomenal ass way. But sometimes the character of Amy Duncan kind of irritated me on some level. Because, like, she would do things like literally just kind of. I mean, Gabe didn't want her to get involved in his baseball game, but she did anyway. And this is, I guess, back, I guess, in season 4 later on in the series. And it's like, she even admitted she can get a little animated. It's like, even Gabe didn't trust her because she knew what type of mom she was. And hell, she went out of her way to fucking take the place as their fucking umpire or something like that. And it's like, she really did the thing that Gabe knew that she would do, just make a complete ass out of herself in front of a whole bunch of people at this fucking baseball game. And Teddy Duncan, I mean, she's alright, but like sometimes she just seemed like another one of those young girls in high school that would do stupid shit at times. Like I remember in one, I guess in a bunch of episodes, she dated this one dude named Derek who was just, I don't know. I remember he was into poems and some shit, and he had a poetry slam, if I'm correct. And I don't know. I thought the dude was kind of a dumbass, to be honest. It's like you could kind of tell from a mile fucking away that Ivy obviously did not like him. It's like, in some way, I can kind of understand why, because it's just like, I don't know, he just, again, it's like he seems like another one of those dudes that just is kind of boring. I don't know. And then she dated this one dude named Evan, which I honestly totally forgot about. I was like, oh shit, Evan, like, holy fuck. I mean, I think that might have been way back in season 2 or something when she was dating him, but I think he's like into this thing called Pokio, which sounded like a fucking knockoff of Pokemon or something. Which was the only reason why I guess she broke up with him, because he was into, I guess he was in one of the same things her brother Gabe was into, and I'm like, So wait, you're breaking up with him because him and her brother have something in common. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. I mean, it did kind of seem like, now whenever I think about it, and I do love the show, don't get me wrong, it just kind of seemed like they were just revolving everything around Teddy and Spencer's relationship. And it's like, at first the dude was a really good guy, but then he just ended up basically cheating on her and Skylar, which, I mean, the both of them end up finding out, and then they fucking collab together to make a fucking music video just talking shit on him about how he's a two-timing pig, which I'm like, I didn't catch on to that until years later what the fuck they were saying in that video. I was like, oh, they're calling him a two. They're basically saying Spencer Wall all shit is a two-timing pig. Which I'm like, in a way, I mean, I do like that Skylar ended up with PJ because in a way they're kind of like they have like the same mindset of each other. I mean, they're basically made for each other. I mean, like, which I love the part of the Battle of the Bands when she literally he finds out that the boyfriend girlfriend. She's like, no, no, no. Then PJ pops out of the photo booth and is like, yes, 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 and smiles like a crazy person. I thought it was amazing, but also kind of ironic. Like after PJ and Skylar broke up, she just randomly appears in New York, and I'm like, oh, I forgot she was in New York. Cause like I mean, I guess decided to go to another school and move there or something and stuff. Then the both PJ and or Skylar didn't realize that she was going to Denver University, and he lives in Denver. Another thing, I mean, I think it's kind of messed up that, well, Teddy dated this one dude named Zach that ironically turned out that he looked like Spencer, and then she just basically changes his look and then decides she's not into him, and I'm like, what? It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, the dude couldn't help it if he looked like her ex boyfriend. I mean, come on. And then it's like, you're the one who literally. I mean, she was the one who literally decided to change his look in the first place. It's like, again, how is it his fault the way he ended up looking after you change his look? And then she ends up with Bo, which oh yeah, I remember. Bo was her dad Bob's co-worker or assistant at Bob's Bugs Be Gone or something. I mean, again, I remember Bob was obviously like an exterminator or something. He says he's a pest control specialist or something. Also, fucking love whenever Bo and Spencer meet, he's like, who's the guy with the smart bouquet? Then he's like, who's the guy with cheaper flowers? I mean, the one thing I notice is like maybe I don't know. I mean, maybe I notice it a little bit, but it's like it feels like the character of Bob Duncan kind of does change a little bit over the course run of the show. Like he literally, I guess, reveals that he's like into this one band called Animal, Vegetable, and Mineral, or I guess known as AVM. Then he ends up running around in a fucking Twisted Sister fucking outfit, and I guess PJ walks in the kitchen and she's like, "Where are you going to?" And he's like, "To a concert." She's like, "The Gurgles." He's like, "I wish." No, it's like some old band dad loves. And oh my god, when he walks into the kitchen, she like Lou straight up ask him like, "Who's that?" Doesn't even know who that is. I'm like, oh my god. Like, pray for her. Or basically pray for PJ. It's like having to go to a concert with his dad looking like that. My God. I do like how Teddy spends the almost the entirety of the episode not even know what to write for her college essay, and then she figures it out by Charlie Little just saying to her, "Good luck, Teddy," and then it was just basically it turns out Charlie just helped her with her essay, and I'm like, what? I mean, the one thing I really do love is like, again, I mean, I know I probably said this in the last video, but like, I really do love that they'll all go basically, do reunions, even on fucking people's podcasts and shit. It's like, it goes to show how much they love the show and love their fans. If they in real life basically hang out with the people that literally love the show, it's like it really goes to show how much they really, I guess, in some way care. I mean, even Bradley Stephen Perry does also seem like he feels that way as well. I mean, he basically went on the podcast he does with Jake Short. I guess it's called Sit and Chat or something. I've seen some of their podcasts before, and I mean, I guess it turns out he doesn't really watch Kaisenet, and I'm like, I mean, the only time I watched it was whenever they literally had that reunion on there, or whenever you did with Miranda Cosgrove and shit. And that's pretty much it. But I don't know. I mean, the dopest thing I seen was that Bridget Mendler now she went from fucking doing Disney Channel to being the owner of a fucking space company or some sort of NASA shit, and I'm like, what? How did she go from that to being the owner of a space company? Like, that's crazy to me. It's like you can tell she's really, like, literally a busy person now. Like, I mean, I guess she wanted to do other shit besides just do, you know, Disney Channel shit for the rest of her life. And I'm like, I wish her the best. I mean, I mean, not everybody's meant for the same thing their entire life. I mean, again, they're grown ass adults now. It's like they deserve to literally do other shit. It's like, I mean, as long as they earn some success. I mean, I guess I wish them all the success in the world. I mean, so yeah, I guess so. That's it today for me doing. We're talking about Good Luck Charlie again. I guess this is like part two of the first video I did. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do a part three. Maybe I will, but I guess leave a comment below if you guys want to subscribe. Share. I'll see all you guys later. Peace out.